Okay, it's Friday. Here are my pickups for today. Everything you see here represents $184 in spendings by me. I'm going to do the games first. Let's see, was the first sale? I don't know. One of the first sales I went to was being run by a friend of mine. He does the Meadowlands and other flea markets. I know him. I see him all the time. At his sale, he sold me this Dreamcast, and it looks complete. It's got the old AV, which I don't really like. I might have some that I bought aftermarket inside. I got to check later. But it came with two controllers. One of the controllers has a couple of memory cards. It's kind of dirty. It doesn't really smell or anything, so I don't think it got wet. It just got, like, the top is really yellow. I don't know if you can see that. So, you just probably see it better in the shade. Anyway, 15 bucks. He said if it didn't work, I could give him 10, but I'm not gonna. If it doesn't work, I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. You know, there's enough money in there, and he's a friend of mine. At another sale, well, actually, that's an estate sale. I'll do that last. Okay. No, wait a minute. Where was that? Yeah, that was an estate sale. Okay. At another sale, this was an estate sale. I got these, and this is one of those situations where. It's like I did it backwards. For $10, I got this Pokemon game. It's a Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Alma. Turns out this is a $12 to $15 game. They actually had a bunch more games, but they were total DS games. And they had priced them all at $5, except for that one. They priced at $10. I should have known better. And all the other games were nonsense. But this actually is like an $18 to $20-something game. So it turns out I paid $15 for these two, and I'll probably make 15 and 10 like 25 or something like that off of those two. But it was reverse. I paid good price for this, too much for that. But for the $20, I also got these two Mario bags. They have some very slight wear, and those were like, it was $20 altogether, so it was $15. They only charged me $5 for these two. If my daughter doesn't want them, I'm just going to sell them at a flea market. You know, for, I guess, maybe between $5 and $10 each. At another sale, I got these games. And, well, actually, at the last sale I went to, I got this. They sold it to me for $3. The first sale I went to had a Wii set with two controllers and some games and a Wii Fit board. And, I don't know. The best game they had was a Mario, and the rest were just, like, total BS games. I can't even remember the names of them. They were just like $3 games. So I'm like, hey, how much is that, right? And they were like $125. I was like, okay, forget that, because I did the math, and they had $125 or $120 of what I would have sold the stuff for. So I passed. But one of the games was a Mario Kart. I know that's a $20 game. So I said, hey, look, would you be willing to sell this game for $10? Right? I didn't even say $5. You know, I said $10 and I said to him, and they immediately said, no, we want to sell it together. I'm like, fine. I said, look, that's a $20 game online, and I would pay $10, hoping to make $20, but good luck, you know. And I left. Anyway, this stack of games was actually a callback. I gave them my business card while I stopped there. They said, oh, we're not really selling games. They sell them to GameStop, and then they tell me how they give them 50 cents a piece for games at GameStop. So I gave them a business card. And what they said then was, okay, right? And then I drove about like 10 to 15 minutes away, and they called me back. I came back, and I got this stack of game for $35. An okay deal. I think I'll double my money. Space Marine PS3, actually $36, because this is one of the things I got. This is Imagination Invaders. And this is, I forget, I think his name is Blue. Foster's House of Imaginaries, whatever. So anyway, for the $36 so far, this Star Wars 3, Lord of the Rings, Lego games, Spider-Man 3. I don't know, maybe that's a $10 game. I think these are like $5 to $10 games. Harry Potter, Lego, Red Dead Redemption. I guess this is probably a $10 game. I don't really know. Let's see here, pre-owned, no price. All right, it's probably 8 to 15. I'm going to guesstimate that. Super Mario Galaxy. You think this game would have more value, but I think this is like a 12 to 15, like maybe $12 game. 10. Assassin's Creed 2. So now I have 2 and 3. but I did buy them at separate sales. And this is the best one that I know out of the lot. And believe it or not, it's actually sealed and in very nice sealed condition. This is probably like a $15, $25 game, but because it's sealed, I think it's a $35 game. Finishing up on games, I'm going to go back to here. I went to an estate sale, and then I'll do perfumes because it relates. But this is it on games. Okay, I went to an estate sale, and I got all these perfumes. The perfumes were super cheap, but I'll just do this first. This was they had for $25, and I'm only going to sell this for $35. I'm going to take this off the back, right? And hopefully it works. It looks pretty clean, looks alright, so I'm assuming it'll work. Hopefully it works. If it works, I'm going to sell this for $35 with 2 games, right? Games like this. So I said, well, look, and then I'm going to give this to my friend. He can sell online. I told him, look, can you go to 20 because I'm only going to get 35, and it's not even an easy sell. I have 3 of these right now. So like, I don't know, but they finally said yes because I was buying all this other stuff. Anyway, there it is. PS2 controller, AV, and I don't think it's a modem. It's whatever it is. I forget what they call it, but whatever. These sell online for like $5 now. I came with Need for Speed Underground. It's there. ATV. And a completely worthless game, Tiger Woods PGA 2004, 0 value. Alright, at the same sale, I'm done with games. At the same sale, I got this assortment of perfumes, and most of them I paid $2 a piece for. 4 of them I paid $6 a piece, no discount. So I'll just go through the titles. Oh, and then I got some perfumes at some other sales. Inner Realm. I might have paid $1 for that at a different sale. Cap's broken. Eternity Summer, Calvin Klein. These are starting to have value. I think I probably paid $6 for this one, Eternity Summer, and they're different variations of summer. They're different colors, different whatevers, but the different ones have more or less value depending on when or they're made or another. I know I paid $6 for this. This is a Lauren. It's mostly filled. This should be more than 30. I'm almost positive. Here's a Bulgari. I paid $6 for this, and it's mostly filled. I don't know. I don't remember what that sells for. What else? I probably paid $2 for this one. This is Kenzo. Alright, backwards. Le Parkenzo. Never heard of it. Here's CK1. Calvin Kleins aren't usually worth too much money. And most of them aren't. Knowing I had this, I can't remember, but it was $1, I think. $1 to $2. So there was like 2 perfumes here I paid like $1 for. JC, that must be Juicy Couture. Mostly full. Alright, I probably paid $6 for that. This is Estee Lauder Pleasures Exotic. Anything Estee Lauder is usually pretty good. This has a screwed cap. I've had this before. Jess by Jessica McClintock. Actually, maybe I haven't had this. Whatever. Alright, this should be another Calvin Klein. Eternity Moment. Not familiar with that one. I've had these Annie East. This is probably like $20 or so. Miracle Intense Lancome. No clue. Realities. Can't read, but that's the name of it. Remember Me, Eau de Toilette, Christian Dior. It doesn't look very full. Actually, it looks very empty. It's a little above C-ish. $2. I probably wouldn't have bought that, but whatever. Chloe, not sure the value on that. Actually, Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani, probably not very valuable at all, but I think it was $2. I probably should have passed on some of these, but Clean, Shower Fresh. When I was buying them, somebody was over my shoulder, and I'm like, just screw it, I'll just buy them all. They were so cheap. Bath and Body Works Luxuries. Jesse Miyake. Floral. Okay. Not familiar with that one. A lot of times I buy this stuff and I learn. L'Occitane is usually an okay name. Like, I'm clueless a lot of times. Is this another? Yeah, this is another Juicy Couture. Yeah, Juicy Couture, whatever. Okay. And this apparently is a fragrance. Fergano. Adimo by Salvatore Fergano. Again, not sure, but for what I probably paid like 60 for all of these here. So how can I go wrong? You know, there should be like 2 or 3 in there that will pay for everything. All right, done with perfume. This is the other collectible item I got. This is a Fenton. Hold on. Okay, this is a Fenton basket. It was only $6. It's iridescent and opalescent. I kept looking for damage all over, for chips or something. I can't find anything wrong with it, so I don't know. A lot of times there's a crack in the handle with these. I kept looking. I was holding it up in the light. Yeah, looks good. Whatever, $6. That's cheap. All right, almost done. Bought these CDs. All the CDs I bought today were $1. Bob Dylan, The Who, Billy Joel. I like greatest hits lately. I mark them 5 and then sell them for like Paul McCartney, All the Best. I sell them for like $3, $4, 2 for $7, 3 for $10, which is between $3 and $4. The Essential Bob Dylan, Doors, Best ofs and Rocks are my faves. This one's sealed. A couple of them are sealed actually, but they have those drill holes in them. This I bought. I never heard of it. Bucketheads, beats me. And then rockin' 70s. There should be some good music here. And then there was a little stack of Johnny Cash. House of Cash, Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, Cash, Johnny Cash 16 Biggest Hits, Irish Drinking 50 Songs, 100% Fun. I bet you I'll sell that. Another Johnny Cash, Orange Blossom Special. This I bought at an estate sale, the last estate sale I went to, and of course it's the wrong CD. But I got this Patsy Cline kind of best of, so it'll pay for the 2. And I'll make a teeny profit. In terms of jewelry, I don't know what's going on with jewelry. There's like, it's almost evaporated. I can't find anything. We buy 1 piece here, 1 piece there. I bought this for $1. This appears to be silver. It looks like it has a little gold wash, and I'm assuming, I mean, these look like marcasites, obviously. Yeah, I've got to be marcasites. All right. And then for $1 a piece, my wife bought this. It's new stuff, but she liked the way it looks, so whatever. And this is neat because it has like what do you call those? Oh God, I can't remember. Dice. Okay, there you go. All right. At the same sale, I bought the Sega Dreamcast. I got a couple of hats, and I bought this pretty neat looking box. There's a name for this kind of stuff that they do. It looks all nicely made and inlaid. Let's see. There you can see how they inlaid. I think it's either marquetry or parquetry, probably marquetry. But it's really nice. It has like really nice design. It was only $1, you know. Somebody's going to appreciate that. And this is what the inside. The inside is not very exciting as compared to the outside, but the outside, in my opinion, is really nice. Anyway, that's it. That's everything I got today. Tomorrow, Saturday. Usually that's a better shopping day. So I never can tell for sure lately. But yeah, that's it for today.